At the beginning of June this year, cucumber beetles start to show up. I caught some and test whether I can use diatomaceous earths to control them. At the same time, I also want to provide some protection for my cucumber. 7 dust is recommended by many users, so I decided to give it a try. The recommended usage is to cover the entire young plant with the dust. However, my plant is relatively mature at that time. I want to minimize its usage. I noticed the beetles in my backyard are more likely to eat on the part of the leaves near the leaf stalk. So I decided just to put a little bit of dust near that place. I applied the 7 dust on all my cucumber plants, also including some of the plants that shows the signs of a beetle attack. So in the next morning, I saw the effect of the 7 dust. Several bugs were actually killed. More dead beetles were found 2 more days later. 7 dust is very effective to protect the plant. After touching the insecticide, the beetles could no longer damage the plant. Most of the dead beetles were found near one plant. They're either on the leaves of this plant or fallen on the ground under the leaf. It seems that the beetles is trying to avoid the dead bodies of its own kind, because I've never seen any leaf that has more than one dead beetle. In fact, a few days after I applied these pesticides to my cucumbers, the beetles started to change their targets. They attack the melons in my gardens. I applied the pesticides also to my melons. All cucumber beetles disappeared 2 weeks after I applied these pesticides. The effectiveness of these pesticides is also shown in this photo. After the rain, there's only residual of these pesticides on the leaf, but it's still enough to kill the cucumber beetles. Now let's review what happened to the cucumber beetles in my garden this year. There are several websites that describe the lifetime of cucumber beetles, including University of Minnesota, University of Maryland, and Cornell University. Although the plant hardness zone in New York and in Minnesota are very different, I found Minnesota's description on the cucumber beetles best match what happened in my garden. There are 2 types of cucumber beetles, striped and spotted. They can carry a bacteria that will cause bacterial wilt. Once the cucumber is infected by this bacteria, it cannot be saved. Cucumber beetles killed all my cucumber plant last year, so I want to find a way to control them. The striped cucumber beetles live through the winter in my garden and emerge in early June. They're supposed to start their next life cycle if they're not killed by the pesticide I applied in my garden. The next generation of these striped cucumber beetles will emerge again sometime in August. The spotted cucumber beetles will migrate from outside of my garden. They're supposed to arrive in early July. I found a couple of those beetles a few days ago in my garden. So I expect next wave of beetle attack could happen anytime. If you have a cucumber beetle problem in your garden, you are willing to use pesticides, then you may want to try the method described in this video. In the meantime, I also want to find other methods so that I don't need to use pesticides. First, I want to try some cucumber varieties that may resist bacterial wilt. Next, I want also to try crafted cucumber. Thank you for watching.